Hello friends, today we will see new topic, composition and resolution of forces. What is composition? Composition is the process of finding resultant. And what is the meaning of resultant force? The composition of forces is the process by adding two or more forces to obtain a single force having same effect as that number of its component. This single force is known as resultant force. So how to find resultant force? Resultant force is calculated by two methods, analytical method and graphical method. In analytical method, resultant force is calculated by using law of parallelogram and method of resolution. And in graphical method, resultant force is calculated by using law of parallelogram of forces, triangle law and polygon law. Then next is what is the meaning of resolution of forces? Resolution of forces, it is the process of replacing a single force by several component forces having the same effect as that of single force. So how to calculate resultant? It is a single force which produces same effect that as produced by number of forces when acting together. The combined effect of all the forces which is represented by a single force, so that is known as resultant, and it is denoted by R, capital R. What is the meaning of equilibrant? It is a single force which when acting with all other forces keeps the body at rest or in equilibrium, and equilibrant it is denoted by capital E. Okay. Next point, resultant of two or more forces. Method of resolution. When two or more coplanar concurrent or non-concurrent forces acting on a body, the resultant can be found out by using resolution procedure. Okay, when two or more coplanar, that is all the forces lies in same plane, concurrent, all the forces intersects at a single point, and non-concurrent, all the forces does not intersects at a single point, and this type of forces acting on a body, the resultant can be found out by using resolution procedure. So resolution procedure, first of all we have to calculate magnitude of resultant. So resultant is calculated by formula square root summation fx whole square plus summation fy whole square. What is the meaning of summation fx? Algebraic sum of all x component. And what is the meaning of summation fy? Algebraic sum of all y components. Okay, and r is the resultant. And how to calculate direction? Direction is calculated by direction, it is denoted by theta. So tan theta is equal to summation fy divided by summation fx. Theta is the angle of r with x axis, where summation fx algebraic sum of all x components and summation fy algebraic sum of all y components, and theta is the angle of r with x axis. Okay, this is the method of resolution. In method of resolution we have to calculate magnitude of resultant and direction of resultant. So resolution of force, it has divided into three methods. There are mainly three methods of resolving a force. So first method is orthogonal, that is perpendicular resolution. Second method non-perpendicular resolution, and third method is resolution into two parallel components. So we will see first method, orthogonal, that is perpendicular resolution. Perpendicular resolution, this is a general method of splitting up a single force into two perpendicular components acting along x-axis and y-axis or any two perpendicular axes. This is general method of splitting up a single force into two perpendicular components acting along x-axis and y-axis or any two perpendicular axes. So how to resolve a force in orthogonal, that is perpendicular resolution method. So resolution of a force into orthogonal components. In quadrant wise, force is resolved into two directions, that is x and y. So how to calculate px and py? Suppose this force PE acts on in first quadrant into two directions, that is vertical or horizontal. So this force is resolved into two directions, right? That is vertical or horizontal. And force makes an angle with theta with horizontal axis. So px is equal to p cos theta, means fx is equal to f cos theta for horizontal direction. So px is equal to p cos theta, this is the right direction, so plus p cos theta. See here, upward is positive, downward negative, right positive and left negative component. Okay, so vertical component here, vertical component is sin theta and horizontal component is cos theta. We consider vertical component sin theta and horizontal component is cos theta. So px is equal to p cos theta and py is equal to upward direction, so plus p sin theta. Then next is this force acts in second quadrant and theta makes with horizontal angle, okay, sorry, horizontal axis. So px is equal to p cos theta, but in left direction negative, okay, left direction negative. Px is equal to minus p cos theta and py is equal to plus p sin theta. Then p force acts in third quadrant and theta makes with horizontal axis, then px is equal to minus p cos theta and py is equal to minus p sin theta. Then p force acts in fourth quadrant, so px is equal to p cos theta and py is equal to minus p sin theta, that is negative direction, this force acts on downward direction, okay. The next part is p cos theta is vertical component and theta makes with in vertical axis, okay. See here, p cos theta and p sin theta. Theta makes with vertical axis, so p cos theta is here and p sin theta is here. So px is equal to, how to calculate px? P is resolved into two directions, x and y. So px is equal to p sin theta, right? And py is equal to plus p cos theta, okay. Then next is the p force acts in second quadrant, so px is equal to minus p cos 90 minus theta, that is minus p sin theta, and py is equal to p sin 90 minus theta, so p cos theta. Then p force acts in third quadrant, so px is equal to minus p cos 90 minus theta, that is p cos 90 minus theta means sine theta, so minus p sine theta. Then py is equal to minus p sine 90 minus theta. Sine 90 minus theta means cos theta, so minus p cos theta. Then p force lies in fourth quadrant, so px is equal to p cos 90 minus theta, right? Cos 90 minus theta means sine theta. Then py is equal to minus p sine 90 minus theta. Sine 90 minus theta means cos theta, so minus p cos theta. This is the second part. And third part is it is very simple. Phi force directly acts on axis, so px is equal to p and py is equal to 0. Then p force acts this axis, so px is equal to minus p second quadrant and py is equal to 0. Then px is equal to 0 and py is equal to plus p. So p force downward, px 0 and py minus p. Okay. So next part, this p force acts in compressive force, means towards from the point. So p force compressive is resolved into two directions. So this is the compressive, so towards from the point, all directions. So p cos theta. Okay, so how to calculate px and py? Px is equal to p cos theta. Okay, this is the left direction, so px is equal to minus p cos theta, and py means this force vertical direction downward, so py is equal to minus p sine theta. Then next is the p force compressive which acts in second quadrant, so px is equal to p cos theta, right direction, and downward direction py is equal to minus p sine theta. Then next is the p acts in third quadrant, so px is equal to p cos theta plus and py is equal to p sine theta plus. Then p acts on fourth quadrant, so px is equal to p cos theta minus p cos theta, that is left direction, so px is equal to minus p cos theta and py is equal to upward direction, so plus p sine theta. Okay, thank you.